The thing that I loved about East Greenway Park is it's a brand new community and it doesn't feel brand new. Most single family owner occupied developments feel a little cookie cuttered. The landscaping is, hasn't been fully grown out. It's not a place that feels lived in, and this feels incredibly lived in and loved. Topography that they dealt with, the connections they had to make. It was a challenging site, and somehow they made it feel like it was something that had been there forever.
They had mature trees all around the site, and normally would just be written off as this is too hard, we're either taking the trees down or not. But the way they crafted the homes around the site and the vegetation.
Yeah, the site planning was phenomenal.
Yeah, there was a lot of effort put into that.
And to have a single family development feel so community-based took a lot of effort in the programming and that site planning, the way they had little courtyards, they had small pocket areas for engagement, the connection to the Greenway.
Rather than trying to create terraces along the homes were designed to become the retaining walls, if you will, and to work around the trees, which after seeing that makes it, well, we should always do that. But it was obviously it was pretty very thoughtful approach to that site to retain those characteristics. And they did it very artfully.
They actually used that as an added benefit and a value to the property. So all the things we loved about it are because they embraced the existing context of the site and the natural habitat of that space. It's a fabulous project.
East Greenway Park, from the very outset of this, we were extremely intentional about specifically designing a project that would address some of the biggest issues in Tennessee. First of all, obesity, and the other issue was housing affordability. We worked with local organizations and with Metro, and we actually formed a new connection into this greenway. So that allowed local residents and the wider community actually to be able to immediately access that freely. And we gave all of our residents a bike when they moved in. We're on a 10-acre sloped lot. We reserved almost 41% of the site as protected green space. And we arranged the development in such a way that over half of the houses directly face this land or protected green space. A big aim that we had with our project was to really create an inclusive and mixed income neighborhood. And on top of that, actually create a true community. So a few ways we did that. We had a number of large and small gathering spaces. So some examples, we have our main community square. This has picnic benches, cooking grills, and provided a really great place for the residents to get together. We had some smaller areas such as a natural fire pit area, and we also wove walking trails throughout the development just to kind of help that foster a sense of community and help people bump into their neighbors in an informal setting. To address affordability in the area, we actually started our price point in the low 300s, and we offered 4 unit types, so there's a variety of options. Even the smallest and lowest price of those is still a single family house. And at that price point, that allows locals to continue living in the area, and especially the creative class, which are prevalent throughout East Nashville. So all the amenities I mentioned are actually freely accessible to the wider community. And to increase walkability, we added sidewalks throughout to really connect it to the neighborhood and make sure none of it was exclusive, none of it was reserved specifically for residents, but actually was a project that benefits the whole area.